Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The gentleman brings out something you were speaking about earlier. But my question to you was that regarding the donor aid, government moved and said they are going to repay back the money to the donor kits before you got him. Okay. Talk about them.
Agandi atwebaza. Nemba den sabo muvingi beyond okwebaza. Join us.
Abegateko.
Yes. But what to join in this case?
Murwane.
No sikulwana. We don't need the guns by the way. Eno government ya fada ya gwada ebula kaji sindika. I can tell you. Once again. Abantu babujule banategera amanyi ge bayina bategera nti bana abasajja batubba bubbi. Nakugamba najiwagira nyo but na very disappointed. Don't Togamba back to this. Now wait, the national chapter. This country belongs to all of us. But it's not about me, it's about you.
Don't you have any notion within you which believes that there can be hope once again in this government?
I can tell you, even if you give this government 1,000 years and you give them the budget, sentence the America, budget in America, this government cannot do anything.
But looking at what is happening now in the country, do you have any reason to give credit to this government?
Let me tell you something. I told you the government, I love it so much. The government that at least did something for this country. Expired in 2001.
The one you love?
Yes.
The one you cherish?
Yes, but the government I see every day, the border menace in Kampala. My friend, the doctor in Mulago, told me that every month, over 260 Ugandans die because of border accidents in Mulago, because they don't wear helmets. You mean the government of Uganda cannot enforce that law that everyone must put on an element? Which genocide is bigger than that? Every month, 260. And I want you to quote me that every day that I think 16 mothers die in hospitals in Gabazala every day. Kamunye nambe fire abantu government eno katesinga ne kunyi kubanga bomwati mutadde. Yes, this is it.
Come on, Frank, come on.
These are figures.
We have a call. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
It's Jesse calling from Bokoto.
Yes, Jesse, what's your view?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying your conversation discussion.
Thank you very much.
And Gashumba, really thank you so much. And so, what strategies are you really planning? What are you really looking at?
Strategies, huh?
Because every day we do the talking, but now we need to walk the walk. So it's better you come up with strategies, that I'm coming up with this, than talking and showing the locals of the government. Better come up with something a bit vivid, something a bit solid, and we could join you, the people out there who are really willing to join you.
Okay.
So that is the point that I wanted to make to emphasize.
Thank you very much. He's willing to join you, but what are the strategies you have on
strategy table? Number one, mindset change.
Mindset.
Excellent. You won't do anything in Uganda unless you change the mindset of Ugandans.
They're going down to the people.
Yes. Ugandans believe that the good life they want in their homes, someone must deliver it there. The Bazungus have cut aid. You're hearing? But with the recipients, we are seated. Every time you go to a petrol station to load a liter of petrol, the government of Uganda retains 800 shillings as taxes. Buli lwonywa lita y'amafuta, government ya Uganda esigaza sinyonana mwatano musolo. Kati gwa boda gwalinya tax, gwavuga primus hours, omwaka guno wakanya amafuta ga sente meka. Simple. We should be demanding for services. But now they don't know. The president in Kololo said that we'll be having electricity for the next 2 years. Kampala is full of darkness now. And what they are forgetting, that the dam in Jinja was funded by the Aga Khan Foundation. Actually, Uganda will have only 20%. And the 20% we have in that Aga Khan dam in Jinja, because we provided the land. Once again, 80% was funded by Aga Khan. Over $860 million. But how much money has been stolen every day? We have the capacity to put up that our dam ourselves. You are getting me? this Entebbe highway, the president launched about 2 weeks back. It's a grant from China.
Yeah.
Paid after 40 years. But an ordinary person living between Sengera and Entebbe, for him he thinks it's now working. But we are going to pay that loan in the next 40 years. Mind it. Give people the right information, they will act. I can assure you. What has been lacking in Uganda, people don't know that when a decision is made in Kampala, it will directly impact their lives and their grandchildren. My brother, we have children in this country. For me, they are planning to kill me. They are planning even to put up charges against me. I don't care even if you kill me today. There are many Gashumbas outside there. So some of them are quiet, but deep in them, they are boiling. Another strategy.
But Frank,
we are going to embarrass them. When you see these routers coming to church, you walk out of that church.
They refuse their tithes and offerings.
Yes. You are Muslim, you see them on Friday, just get out of the mosque. Why would you love someone who is responsible for the death of our children?
God says, bring them to me. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, morning. How are you? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
We can hear you. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Stockholm University.
From? Jambogo.
I'm calling from Stockholm University.
Yes, talk to us.
So what I'm talking about is that we need to work hand in hand from grassroots level to let them even high above in Kampala.
Okay.
So what we need first is to make sure that maybe we begin as individuals fighting corruption, so then we got our community and we grow up in higher, that is in the government. So we need to begin from grassroots level.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Something I want to tell him, this is not corruption, this is autocracy. Please stop using that word corruption. This is rooting of this country. This is not corruption. I know what corruption is.
Corruption is an understatement of what's happening.
Yes! This is broad day robbery.
No, but
if you guys knew,
but
let me
Frank,
tell you, finally, okay, for a second or two. I'm on WBS. I don't even speak out the 5% of the 5% of I know of this country. What's going on? There's a new campaign now. You see them in the church, Mufrume. In the mosques, Mufrume. Tugenda ku black singer their buildings in Kampala. Don't shop there. They will collapse. Their buildings I don't go to myself. If you invite me in that building, I will say, find me at the main road. Because we know who owns them. The more you shop from their buildings, you are facilitating their stay.
But will it work?
It will work. Let me tell you.
Because that will be blacklisting almost the entire Kampala road.
Excellent, excellent. Why would my mother suffer in Masaka because of their fat cats in Kampala? My dad lives in Masaka. His biggest disappointment, every time he falls sick, he has to board a taxi from Masaka to Nakasero Hospital.
So in other words, you want the public to shun their businesses.
Excellent.
To shun anything that they have regarding providing services.
There's nothing impossible in this planet. 1989, I saw something I'm not realizing could happen. The Berlin Wall. The breakdown of the Berlin Wall. For you guys, there was a country called West Germany and East Germany. And there was a war that was separating them. 89. Mandela spent 27 years in prison. I saw Mandela getting out of prison. And he was elected the first black president in South Africa. It was unbelievable. 2008. I would wake up with my daughter to pray for Barack Obama to become the first U.S. president. And everybody said, Gashumba, you are mad. It can't happen. Who is the president of America? Everything is possible in this planet as long as you believe. I saw Gaddafi coming to Uganda. Gaddafi would, no plane would be allowed to land in Entebbe for an hour before he arrives. And when he takes off. I saw Gaddafi in a convoy of over 100 cars. And I saw Gaddafi being buried. Gaddafi was killed like a chicken thief by teenagers of 18 years. I saw Mubarak.
Yeah,
Mubarak is being taken to court like a dog in a cage. So Ugandans, anything can happen as long as you believe. And you don't expect someone to deliver this change in your life. You have to participate in it. I love this country.
But Frank, yesterday there was a press conference by the newly elected president of the FTC, Major General Gregory Mugisha Muntu. And one of his views was that you can't have change in this country without a regime change. do you necessarily look at regime change as the only hope of this country? Or do you look at the removal of President Museveni from the helm of this country as a solution to this country?
I can tell you this country died to the extent that even if you remove the Museveni tomorrow. And by the way, my biggest worry, someone will take over President Museveni. Where is going to start from? Everything is dead. Everything. Telling me one institution apart from the judiciary that still has some independence, but I hear they're putting their cadres. And the prisons. You know the river says with prison. You're telling me?
Yes.
There is some sanity. But tell me any other institution, KCCA, everything is dead in this country. And I'm wondering, and I have to take this opportunity to apologize on our children. Because our children will ask us in the future, where are you? Mwali wange gwanga inulikola ki? It used to be a place where people go and live. Now bars stretch from Kabalagala to Munyonyo. You're telling me everything is dead. It's in Uganda where you are involved in an accident and you are put on a patrol pickup. 27 years in the governance. We have no ambulances that can help our people. From Masaka to Mbarara, there is no public toilet. You have a problem, you want to ease yourself. You have to go in Akasiko.
The bush.
You are going to Guru. You have a problem, and the president, you are going to Guru, and you want to ease yourself. You have to look for Nsiko. And the president of Uganda moves on a convoy with a toilet. And you're saying this country is okay?
But
this country is dead.
Frank, I was talking to the investments minister. I want to mention his name. And he said, you know, when you look at the economy of Uganda now, it is above even the expected. He gave me examples of the buildings you have in Kampala.
Who owns them?
The great roads you are having.
Excellent.
And how they're managing to even bring down inflation. All those achievements that are within.
Let me guide you there. The development of a country is not judged on the buildings individuals own. The development of a country is judged on the social services, the roads, the hospitals, and the schools. Give me one good hospital in Uganda. One. I'll walk out from the studio. One. The moment you drive to Mulago, you are assured of death. The smell that gets out of Mulago is enough to kill you.
Okay.
The development of a country is not judged by buildings that are being owned by Gashumba, by the Wavamunos. No! The social service, the roads, the hospitals, the schools. There's a documentary that is soon coming out on Uganda. We are going to show you the real UPE schools and the schools where the fat cats, where their children go to. So that person you just mentioned, tell him to go and rest. You're telling me. The buildings you are talking about, I want you to quote me. We in the private sector.
We have a caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, that's my man to increase the bit here. Yes, welcome, sir.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Yes, this is Robert.
Yes, Robert.
I'm asking Gashumba, what does he talk about our members of parliament, especially on this committee, that we hear allegedly take money and turn corruption a political issue while handling it? For example, if come in the OPM's office, we hear some MPs that were not shouting from such a money. They are very, very active. We hear some of these people looking at corruption as a problem, then look for the way of putting our politicians attached to the issue. What does Gashumba talk about? These politicians we have that allegedly are benefiting from corruption by making it a thing of deal. Thank you.
You are still completing the other issue about documentary, I think?
Yeah, we are going to show the real Ugandans, the real UPE school and the schools where these children of the fat cats go. I actually forgotten, they call them the fat cats. In Kenya, MPs tried to increase their salaries. Everywhere Nairobi will go, Babi, posters, they were calling MPs thieves, and they stopped it. So we are going to show the real Uganda. When these guys fall sick, the fat cats, they fly to Germany. They fly to UK. Waliwo mukyalo omu bamusala lubi olwala ne bamuteeka ku nnyonyi first class bamutwale bamutereeza olwala nga balusaze bubi naye abakyala bali mulaga essaawa zino bafa bazaala
obijjawo ebintu ebyo
kugambye ne byenjogera sogerako na 5% ku radio 1 ku TV kakati oyo guy ava okuba simu Robert personally believing the parliament you see they are over 370 but the MPs who qualify to be in parliament they are not more than 50 Some are meant to be in Irukaya. Some are meant to be in Namawajulu, but they are there. They are there. And who elected them? You. You, the viewers of WBS. And personally, I don't believe Parliament has the competence to investigate. Do they have the technical competence? Another way, those parliamentary committees you see, it's another way of getting money. We are going to investigate you. We need some cut out of this. That's why you end up hearing investigations end up with no results. So 2016, and you guys in Kampala, you are responsible for this. You spend most of your time is watching Arsenal and Man U. These guys in Kampala will watch Arsenal. They will know the players from Arsenal, their wives, the car they drive, their children, and your parents, where you guys hail from, they don't even have soul to eat. So get out of Kampala. Take this gospel down to the masses. And for the ladies, it's terrible. For them, they watch Kim Kardashian. What is full of their mind is Kim Kardashian. They don't think about this country. So Robert, it's very clear. These MPs are part of the system now. That's why I told you earlier that during the debate of the oil bill, it's only like 60 or 70 MPs that were in Parliament. But 10 for voting, the House was full. And if a stable president came into place in Uganda to reduce that Parliament from 370 to 100, the answer is very simple. What value do they add to our lives?
But Frank, do you have political ambitions? Why don't you stand for maybe presidency in 2016? Since you have all these vibrant and burning ideas that you could solve this country.
Let me tell you, people that have changed this world forever, they were not politicians. Look at a person like Jesus Christ. He wasn't a politician. Nabi Muhammad.
You're comparing yourself to Jesus.
No, let me tell you, Nabi Muhammad was a politician.
No.
Even Mandela, deep in him, he wasn't a politician. That's why he served for one term. I don't have to be president to change people's lives. No matter where I am, when I speak, people listen. If you come to my office, you can't believe the invitations I get every day. Somebody pay me to speak to people. My duty is that no matter at which level we are, a councillor, that is Robert who called, start where you are. A friend who called from Bukoto, start from where you are. Because this country belongs to all of us. But these fat cats, they think they have the land title for Uganda. And you won't be shocked. These families, they're like 5 or 7. Every scandal, their names. And they are locally. They steal in the name of Jesus. And when you look at them, they praise him. From today, satanizing these people. They pretend to be. I'm not saying you local is watching NTV, you are TV. But the fat cats I'm talking about, they are served in the name of Jesus. And the most misused word on this planet is Jesus. People steal in the name of what? Of Jesus. And for you reverends watching WBS, you are also responsible. Someone gets a salary of 5 million, you know it, and he gives you a donation of 50 million. Where did he get that money from?
He serves his money.
I bet you. 2 years, not even 2 years. I meet Ugandans from the poorest level to the upper one. People are bitter. One day they are going to undress a minister. One day they are going to undress a minister. The bitterness, as we are seated in WBS now, people are walking from Umaganja to town to look to get some money. As we are seated in WBS, people are walking from Kajansi to Kampala to earn a living. And as we are seated here, these fat cats are seated somewhere doctoring documents how they are going to root our country. But I can assure you, time is going to come that you will regret what you did.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes, morning.
Everybody really that's you.
Good
morning, Mr.
Morning.
Mami Gashumba, that's you.
Nange koja.
Nina ebibuuzo bibiri ssebo mukama wange. Omanyi gwe mwoyo gwa ggwanga n'abamu abalala abatonotono. Ssebo corruption tuyinza omugova mu Uganda nga mwami Museveni akyafuga nga yalonda abali b'enguzi ate nga be bagirya. Ekirala ekyokubiri, palamenti yaffe singa eremererwa ku oyiro ffe nga bannansi kuba kyekyobugaga kitusigazza tugikolera eki kubanga obuyinza bagala busa mu minisita omuntu omu mwami Museveni yeefuge buli kyayagala nga bwe yakola emabega nti kati sente zonna zituukira wessebo ezaala ebintu n'ebirala byonna mbasiibudde bannange lwanjira bannayuganda mwami Gashumba Sibo.
He had two questions. One of them saying whether can corruption go without Museveni going? Then second, the old debate, what should the public do?
Kakati era omuwulidde ng'amaliza lwanirira bannayuganda tali willing kukijoyininga tali willing lwanirira baki
Kichangu.
no bino tujja bisasulira ontegera ndo buli mubbi agobeddwa ku ssente za Uganda amaliriza mu State House
Ayogedde mbubi
ate bubiiki
ayogedde mbubi
baminisita be basenshalinga president n'abazi BMP basalawo ekintu leero president ng'ayita caucus ekyankwanyi oba mu State House nga bakikola
kyobatani
ontegera ndo buli gwe bagoba order yali ya president mujjukira gundi y'abasajja balaba president yaŋŋamba otegera ndo Bigirimano ono abadde ayogerwako ennyo president alina bwe yagambidde n'agamba nti tulina omulekawo nga bwe tukyabuuliriza nze nakugambye gavumenti eno ne bw'ogiwa emyaka 100 n'ogiwa ssente za Amerika zonna tekyalina kipya eno gavumenti eringa ng'omukazi w'emyaka 8 nayerema okuzaala n'agamba ajja kuzaalira abalongo tekisoboka.
You are so pessimistic about this government. But
I know it.
Anyway, how about the issue of the oil debate? Is inquiring what should the public do if government insists. Of course, you've already given your side on this take, but should we, if you say as a country, people rise up, will that provide a solution?
Yes, if we send a clear message to them that we are watching you. Every time you keep quiet, it's an impression that everything is okay. Kankuwa example. Singa Kayihura asobola okulwanyisa ba demonstrators omutwalo mu Kampala. Kayihura, Egypt. N'emitwalo 10, n'emitwalo 3 tasobola. Polisi ya Uganda talina capacity erwanyisa ba demonstrators emitwalo 40. Njagala buli alaba WBS essaawa zino mu kitesting. No, I'm not inciting. By the way, in Constitution, we have the right. We have the right. Okulaga nti we are not happy. Sigambye nti mukuba amayinja. Don't throw stone. Mugende kugombola mutulewo.
We have a caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, morning.
Hello.
Morning. We can hear you.
Hello.
Come on, speak to us.
Hello.
I think you have an issue with your line there. We're very sorry if you can't get us. Frank, we are looking at solutions on table. Hello?
Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Yes, I wanted to add on the point of where this country is not judged by the building. According to Professor W.W. Rousseau, stages of development, we are to look at all the infrastructure levels. We are to look at all the developments being... Hello?
Yes.
So basically, I do agree with that gentleman that we are not going just to laugh, but we are going to judge the development of this country by looking at the hospitals, nice hospitals, the roads. Yes. So if we are to really look at stages of development, where are we now? According to Professor W.W. Rousseau in Uganda. Let that gentleman add something on Professor W.W. Rousseau.
Okay.
That you now do agree with him properly that this man is talking the truth, and we are not going to judge the development of the country by building. Thank you very
And
much.
those buildings belong to individuals, and we know those individuals. So let me add on something. Queen bwe yali akyala Uganda guno gufendi. Abayambi ba president. Mikwano gyange by the way, mikwano gyange buli wantu. Bu Queen yagamba nti oh my god, ekkubo lye nakozesa mu 1958 yali enkozesezza kana akakuba akava Entebbe. Kalinganga akagenda Luweero bekisangani. You are getting me? Oyo omwana kyabadde akugamba. Taata wange yabadde Kampala yaŋŋambye biri mugamba mukyala musisi akoze Kampala ayaka. 1970 Kampala Road yali ayaka. So my dad tells me, for him to realize there is a change in Kampala, yagala wanatete na lukolongo mu kisenyi nga yonna waka amaki amataala. So point elinti eggwanga to judge its performance, social infrastructure. Leero yaliwo yalekebwawo abazungu n'Amini Mwajiri. Ompiyani. Okimanyi nti ze kisinga okunnuma every time I travel to Masaka, to Mbarara. Why would Gashumba drive to Masaka? Nalibadde nninya train n'ensuula e Masaka. Ontege omuntu wange nanzija ku train station nentwala byenkola. Okimanyi nti from St. Lawrence now on Sunday from St. Lawrence to town it will take you 2 hours of the traffic jam. Oli ajja kungamba emmoloka nnyingi enkulaakulana hopeless si nkulaakulana. Kano akabuga kamwe katono nnyo ne kali mismanaging ontegera ndowooza. Buno bumoloka bwamwe buli mu Kampala mu kibuga ekyakula nga Tunisi kasabu kawunti kabulye ne bakabukolaki kubanga bapulaninga byoko. Kankuwa example endala tunuulira Ntebe Road wano nga ku Ntebe Road olaba leero weyabeeranga awo omuntu agenda ensambya lwaki yalibadde yeetooloola yalibadde tulina flyover ekisuula ensambya. Kankwongere na kano akasinga okunnuma akalala bw'oba ovuga from Mbarara ng'ogenda Ntebe okimanyi osooka kuvuga n'otuuka ekibuye n'ogenda Entebbe walibadde otemerako mpigi n'ogwawa ente n'okina okuba.
So Frank, if you were given a chance and I want to answer this in less than a minute. If you are President Museveni now and you are told that you have like 3 years now from now to redeem yourself, to rejuvenate your powers, what would you do?
First of all, nsooka kusaba sente n'enzimba amakomera. Neetaaga amakomera Sese Island, neetaaga amakomera Nakasongole. Omuntu yenna erinnya lye nga limplicatingibwa mu kulya taxpayers money, hear me, taxpayers money. Bairo ogifuna omaze kuwangula musanvu. Ontegeera ndowooza. Ekirala nze neewuunya ba investigators mu Uganda. Apartment ne kugamba eziri wano. Oli bw'akugamba nti nga tukimanyi nti apartment za Gashumba n'akugamba za gundi. Sebo tugambe sente zino wazikola otya? In Rwanda it happens. The moment they know nti Gashumba wabba sente n'oziteeka mu mannya ga Drake Sekeba bagamba Sekeba tuwe sente zino wazikola otya okwakimula ekinga okugola kino? The answer is no. Tabazikwata bazifuuka za gavumenti. N'Amini gwe muyitanga ataasoma gwe muvuma buli naku. Amini yazimba bugoloobi. Mwe mulina PhDs, mulina doctorate, there is nothing. Gavumenti eno emaze mu buyinza emyaka 27. Waliwo epangisa ku Kyaddondo basiba bagigoba olunaku lwa lenti. Oba tesobodde kwezimbira kyayo gwe neekuzimbira atya gwe Munnayuganda?
Okay, Frank, as we get to leave the TV now for another program to come in, another segment, sorry, what are your last words again about what's happening in the country? Then advice, please, don't incite, just give them advice.
My advice is very simple. You need a better Uganda. Be part of the better future. By joining, not me, any force. A force that I mean is not to overthrow government.
A word force is
okay.
misused.
Omanyi mutyanyo you are coward. Okay. Mujoininge ekibiina kyonna ekijja okukyusa embeera. Changing people's lives. Nze nyina life insurance. Yes, even if I collapse from here.
That mean a sin.
No, but I feel the pain of my aunties, my brothers and my sisters who don't have that. You are getting me? My daughter yagenda masomero malungi. Naye abaana abalala. And finally, if we don't sort out our neighbors, they are threat to our children. How? If your neighbors are starving, one day they are going to wait for your young daughter. Omwana w'omulenzi, omuvuka amukuba akatayimu ayalamubbako ssimu. Ontegera ndowooza. Si kyenkulaga nti bw'asula emunyonyo, ekololo, entinda, ng'oga tebinkwatako. Nkankubuulire, let me tell you something. As long as our neighbors are starving, our children are not safe. And ekirala kinjala okugamba. Olaba Seka, the Seka people, abakolebwa Seka. You go to Seka and sample them. They are very bitter. Meaning, if a parent is bitter, even the children at home. So these children are growing up with anger. When they see Mercedes-Benz, they see a G-Wagon, they see a Land Cruiser, they think those are the people looting our money. Kumbe, you are innocent doing your own business. So if there is a kavuyo tomorrow, I can tell you, no one is safe. And for you guys that have buildings in Kampala, you should pray that we have a stable Uganda. If there is a kavuyo for 15 minutes, one paratuni, eyamaje paratuni yemu is smashing a garden city, Neji Malawi.
Okay.
I have to wish you all the best. Thank you so much for hosting me. But the change you want in your lives, you guys watching WBS, you must participate in it. And we are all leaders. And no matter what level, you don't have to be an MP, you don't have to be a bishop, you don't have to be a police officer to guide people. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Frank. And we're looking forward to your list that you're going to be unveiling the buildings of and the businesses of the people you think have.
Not we think we have evidence.
Okay.
Don't go there, don't shop there, they will collapse. Simple. It's like a bank. If you don't bank in a bank, what will happen?
It will close, of course.
Excellent.
Okay, thank you very much, callers. If you couldn't go through, we are very sorry. But if you've got your messages on our Facebook page, of course, our producer is trying to respond to some of them. And yes, you've had your man, one of the, I think we should make him a weekly panelist. We should bring him around, I think, once in a month. Yes, to give response to what's happening. We take a break now. We come back. We'll be up Daniel. And after that, a quick look at the traffic congestion in Kampala. Then, as told, we'll have entertainment for you. Don't go away. It's the morning flavor.